Hey guys. Oh my God, I don't know what's going on with this. So for this option right here, you're doing the rise of fascism. So this one is an interesting one. You're actually going to do two expanded paragraphs that you're going to talk about. So the first one is actually talking about fascism itself, and the second paragraph will talk about the rise of hate. When I say paragraphs, basically what that means is I'm going to expose you to a bunch of different videos on fascism and a bunch of videos on hate. And you are not limited to this set of materials. As always, I am a springboard of information that you can take and nosedive in any area that you feel is credible. And I guess that brings up the discussion. What's credible and what's not? Is Wikipedia credible? Is Google credible? Is AI credible? Well, I mean, that all depends. There are some pages within Wikipedia that are very accurate. Same with Google and AI. When it comes to information out in the world, take it all with a grain of salt. For example, look at my books. Because I'm a book nerd. You know, there are some books there that are super credible, but there are some I'm like, how much do they pay you to write this? So even peer-reviewed articles or studies could be truthful or could not be. So when it comes to looking at your credible materials, you need to use your best judgment. Are they trying to sell you something? Are you hearing more opinion and less fact? And by facts, I mean like I could test that opinion over and over and over again, and it comes out with the same results, and have you taken into account the counter argument of it? And is there some type of extreme ideology between the two, and the truth is somewhere in the middle? So when you are researching, make sure you're keeping all of that in mind. So with that being said, 2 minutes into this video, for this one right here, I have a bunch of stuff that I have collected over the years on fascism and how it looked through different time periods in different countries. Same thing with the hate. So basically that's what you're going to do. You're going to research what is fascism. What does it look like? What does hate look like? And you're discussing that within your research. Now it might be tempting to like a Google or AI, like what are the 5 stages of hate? Which is fine. That's a very elementary way of doing it. But fascism and hate will hit you at one point in your life in some way. It's very good for you to take a moment to explore what that feels like and what that is and what that means. So don't rob yourself of that personal research and time to think about it and write it out. So for this one, that's what you're doing. 2 expanded paragraphs. That is the result of your research into what is the nature of fascism and what is the nature of hate, and take that and put it against different situations. What does fascism look like in a very open society? What does fascism look like in a very strict society? What does hate look like in a relationship versus what does hate look like against different communities or different races or different religions? Collective hate. So that's what you're doing with this one. You're just researching the nature of something, and then you're talking about it through your paragraphs.